Calling all degens. Calling all degenerates. So what is this? Let's see. Bam. Let me turn that down. What are we doing? What up? Reporting for duty, Jerry. Yeah, so I wanted to kind of catalog this, even if it's just me and Jerry. I wanted to catalog this. You forgot your MetaMask. Dear God, man. Go reload it. Go reload it with your key, your passphrase. We wanted to catalog this because this is day 2. So I will regale you with what happened in day 1. This is more like a kind of a living diary, but we decided, we ran a poll so the way the STiX launch is going to work is we're going to do a generative launch in March sometime, but we don't want to kind of run out there and just do the same stupid crap that all these other NFT projects do. What up, Coin Growth? So what we decided to do is we are doing a soft launch. Nara, what up? Neil, we're doing this soft launch. And the idea is we will do 20 pieces. We're going to auction them all. I ran a poll on Telegram, and the poll said they wanted the app. They were fair. I wanted to find out what is a fair price and what people want more. People felt the price averaged out at 0.19. So I said, okay, if we do, because there's some fees involved, right? It's like about 140 bucks, whatever, or at least it was yesterday. So I said, okay, if we do any buy it nows, we'll do it at 0.2. But then I said, well, but then what about people that are like, oh, I wasn't in front of the computer, blah, 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 blah. And I've seen that happen before too. So people are like, I got left behind. I said, okay, then what we'll do is we'll do it as an auction, but we'll start the price at 0.05. So 1/4 of what everyone agreed to. I feel like that's fair. And if people want to ante up a little bit extra and get Brandon an extra donut each day, I don't even think he eats donuts, an extra banana each day, they can. But that way, at least everybody has the opportunity to grab one of these. So big deal. What does that get you? Well, if you have one of the OGs and you use it for your PFP, so like a profile picture in one of your platforms or social media or this or that, then you get an additional, what do they call it? Raffle, where we'll take the people, however many there are, and then by however many social media outlets they have, and we will devise a raffle where we have 5 other ones that you cannot buy. So, and then you say, okay, cool, I got a little picture of a crypto guy. Great. And speaking of, like, here's the red guy, which is pretty dope, actually. And so you say, well, I don't really care of this. That's not a lot of utility. True. That alone would not be utility. It would just be a cool PFP. This is rather red than dead. And then, so we agree to that. The other thing that we're doing, which is not quite so obvious, is we're creating a little group where we will do some more kind of intense education, especially in the area of the options markets. So we will probably put this group together to meet about once a week. We will do either a private stream, a private chat, a private show, that kind of like we did when we did the options courses, where it didn't go out to the rest of the community. It was just for a few people. These are not on LooksRare yet. And what I've been explained is that they don't get on LooksRare until they're minted. You do what's called like this kind of soft mint or whatever when you first create them on OpenSea, and until they've sold the first time, they don't exist. So then once they exist, then you can go park them on OpenSea, is the way on LooksRare. And I would urge anyone that snatches one, we will not feel bad if you decide to go list it for like 10 ETH or something like that, because it looks kind of cool, right? Vincent, what's up? So yeah, so that's kind of where we're at there. But anyway, so we have the early kind of mint, and then we'll have the actual full rollout, the generative launch. The OGs will be our first test group as we build this kind of university, crypto kind of university. We will build out a full Discord that has all of these cool tools and access to videos, and we'll try to do it chronologically. where you could start at the top and just kind of work your way through them and educate yourself. And the entry into the group, to the Discord, the community, will be one of these pieces. And you'll know how you can kind of mod people and all that kind of stuff. So you'll have to have one to kind of like get in. But if you have one, you're in. So that's kind of fun. Anyway, that's what the goal is a bunch of kind of educational resources. Then we're going to issue FUSD. And that is a stable coin backed by $1. Not each one backed by $1, but there will be $1 backing all trillions of them. And I'll start everyone off with like 1 million FUSD. And it's so that we can try things like options and hedging and puts and all of these interesting kind of little games that you might do in DeFi, like yield farming and arbitrage and all this, without having to use your own currency units. You can use the ones that we will give you. So everybody that has one of these, and this is for the OGs, we'll probably give you guys a little bit more, but when we do the generative launch, and it's going to be 4,321 pieces, not a 10K launch, then those will be, everybody will get 1 million FUSD, and you can try all sorts of stupid stuff and crazy stuff that you would never do with real money. Yeah. So it might be more backed. Dubai Money, what up? Let me see. Who do we got over here? Askus, Dev Marvel. Ooh, I like that. Unsung, Kane, K13. All right. Anyway, cool. So yeah, this is going to be kind of a quiet little stream, and I'll do some Q&A as we're watching these things finish off. So they're about 8 minutes away right now. Let me see. Do we have the STiX OG, or will the standard STiX give you access? Standard STiX will give you access. Standard STiX. You don't have to have these. I just don't know when we're going to do those. We're not going to rush it. We really want to build like something. And so the OGs will be the test group for these kind of educational side of things, as we, whether it's just a library of like videos that you could go from one to the next, and then maybe a meeting once a week, or like a private Q&A. But it'll be akin to like what I would do with my private clients when they spend $800 an hour with me. It'll just be with a group of people. We can on one of the cool things on Discord is we can have these open rooms where we can all ask questions. You have like a stage and all that. We will be doing that kind of stuff. We'll do some kind of Q&A, and we're also going to have Brandon come in and talk about, especially for artists that are interested in like putting these NFTs together, because he's gone through this whole process. Matter of fact, he'll be on tomorrow. But it's going to kind of walk you through what that would be like, what that experience would be like, and how to build traits, and kind of the methodology behind launching a generative versus an 1155 token, which is more like a digital lithograph, something like that. So yeah. So no, you don't have to have one of these. Listen, you don't have to have anything. I don't want anybody to feel like they need to. No one has to have nothing. This is if you want to have some fun, if you like the meme. I mean, the meminess of the crypto space is redonkulous, so you can't not make fun of it. Mahaiser, what's up? Sirmidienko, what's up? So yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. It'll be fun. This will be just kind of like a quirky little, we got some price action. Okay, so here's what we'll do. If you guys want to ask questions, it doesn't have to have anything to do with this. This is the DGen group. This is exactly the DGen group. What's up? What's up? Yes. So, okay. So as this is happening, and I was curious which is going to, my gut feeling, oh, I don't know. It's tricky. Red has laser eyes. Let me show you these two just back to back. And then if you guys have any other questions, please feel free. It doesn't have to be related to this. I just thought this would be a fun way, because the last few minutes of an auction are really the only cool minutes of an auction, right? What up, Crypto Gamer? And so, and by the way, for anybody that wants, you can join us on YouTube. It's a lot easier to like ask questions, Q&A, and all that kind of stuff. All right. So let me show you guys some little nuances. One, on all of these, they all have a bio. So that's one thing that Brandon and I were doing, is we're building kind of story into this. We want it to be a little bit more fun. So these all have a very specific bio, which you will find, I think, a little bit more than a lot of the stuff that you get out there. The other thing is, don't skip over the properties. So the two that sold yesterday, so these properties are pretty interesting. And now that we're putting more out there, you'll notice that the traits are starting to derive percentages. So there will be a whole rarity spectrum inside these. Like the iPhone 46, 50% of them. Well, this is 3 and 4, right? So it could only be, any one of these could only be 0, 25, 50, 75, or 100%, right? And the only thing that 100% have them is probably a body, right? So anyway, so that's kind of cool. Let me see, face covering. There was one thing I wanted to, oh yeah. Skin. So this is the only one. So right now, anything that's 25%, that's the only one that's got it. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, yeah. So look at, there's more in these than just the picture is where Brandon and I started. But we're kind of building some interesting stuff into that. So here's the blue. He is currently, let me do a little refresh. Artadi, what's going on? So we're at 0.1 on the blue. And let me see. Oh, we got some 9D. Okay. Well, I don't know who that is. Shahari, good to see you. Cool. So this is very interesting. Oh, okay. So more bidders than yesterday. That's very interesting. Yesterday, I knew James was coming in hot. He had the cannons. So I had a gut feeling he was going to crack one. Let's look at what's going on with red. So I'll tell you why I thought red was going to do better. Let's see. Red's up. Is red up just by a hair? Okay. Red's up by a hair. There's two things. Now, a lot of people won't notice this, but I'm going to go ahead and point it out because why not? So red is one of the few with laser eyes. Yes, laser eyes will be a very rare trait in the original, in the degenerative drop. Bitcoin Candy, what's up? Okay. And then, yeah, of course, welcome to the DGen group. The other thing you'll notice, the Doge gold necklace. So the solid gold anything, the solid trippy anything, there's a couple of pretty rare traits. The laser eyes is one of the rarer traits. Let me show you something else. See, we just baked all sorts of fun stuff into this. Take a look at this fella here. What do you notice? Does anybody notice right offhand something about this guy that makes him unique to all the others? We'll see if we got any people with some like really good eyeballs. I'm going to leave that for a minute. Yeah, so there is something, one thing specific that separates him from, matter of fact, I think this one might be the only one in this entire series that has this. Anyone? Okay, let me show you. Let me show you the traits and maybe that'll open it up. Bored ape blue skin. Bored ape blue. It's blue. And it's not just blue, it's bored ape blue. So if you guys know much about the bored apes, blue is very rare. Blue is extremely rare. Trippy skin is really, really rare. Gold is pretty rare. So, you know, gold is worth a lot. So like there's certain traits. We imbued the OG STiX with a lot of rare traits. So they will, and many of them will almost be unobtainable in the generative drop because it would be very hard for them to naturally occur all together. So just kind of that. Let's see. BTC price going down. Good. Let the BTC price go down. Blue arms. Yeah, it's not just blue arms. It's blue everything. He's blue. This bro blue. Check out that's my boy blue. Golden. He's got the iPhone 46. Otherwise he's pimped out. Oh, and notice the trippy glasses. Glasses with trippy vision. What? It's outrageous. Yeah, so he's got trippy glasses and he's got the gold Doge. He a Dogenaire. And yeah, anyway, that's cool. So it's very interesting to me to see how these would fare against each other. But I thought some people were going to want the Barno, what up? Ooh, I like that. I like that image. I like that PFP. So it's kind of funny. Let's see, with the 6 left, any trippy skin. Not 6 left, bro. There's 20 of these that are going. We're gonna auction 20, and then 5 are gonna be gifted to the group. So you own one, you then own a ticket. And to increase your likelihood, you know, the more platforms that you have, like Barno, that's numero uno, by the way. That is, let me show you Barno's. Let me do a little update here. Oh, internet, how we love you. Oh, they're tied. they're tied. This is so amazing. Okay, cool. So let me do this. Let me show you guys this guy. This is number one that went yesterday. So you will notice a couple of interesting things. Well, other than the fact that number one is like the only number one. Safu, funny coming on the heels of all of the Bitcoin that was just recovered, right? $3.6 billion worth, something like that from the Bitfinex hack. My guess is when people start testifying, this thing tracks back to the people at Bitfinex. We'll see. Maybe I'm too cynical by a notch, but we'll see. Trippy headband, super dope. So anyway, that was numero uno. Let me go back. Numero dos was the cowpoke urban cowboy. And he's just all pimped out. And I believe he's one of the few. There are not very many of the cowboy hats. And I think it's even a special cowboy hat. It is not just a regular cowboy hat. Anybody can have a regular. This is, shell cordovan. What? That's the most expensive leather in the world. Anyway, kind of cool. Gucci cashmere shirt. This guy's pimping, dude. Anyway, I had a producer that was mad at me at Money Map because this is the one he wanted. I was like, sorry, bro. I don't want to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. It's not me. Hate the playa. Okay, so let's see what's going on. And then let's see. Vincent said, if you're looking for a symbol for FUSD, have a look at X-Ray Anarchy by Nick Yeezy, an OpenSea imitation finger. Yeah, I got to be careful. I don't want to make everybody mad. But yeah, that's kind of cool. And yeah, trippy sunglasses. No, Nara, I thought this would be better. The buy it nows, it becomes like somebody just rushes out there and grabs one. Bam. What's up, Grant? Someone will rush out there and grab one. And I felt like when I was participating in some other stuff, I was like, I'd rather there be an auction. Plus, if we just price them at 0.2, which everybody agreed on, but then but if we auction them at 0.05, you have actually a chance of getting it cheaper, right? Like a quarter of the price, because there might be one that people don't want. I don't know which one that would be because we've culled these pretty well, but yeah. A big fail trying to bid on Blue Boy. How's it? It's never a fail if you're educating yourself. Education is never a fail. So yeah, don't stress about it. Let's see. I'm getting the slow spinning pinwheel. Oh, wouldn't this be funny if that's our luck with OpenSea? This is, you know what? This is poignant. This is OpenSea. Let's see. The page is missing. Of course it is. Of course it is. And I wonder if I can go to the others, but I can't refresh. Oh, interesting. So I wonder what happens. Well, wouldn't it be interesting? That might be it. You guys might, whoever went for these, you might be. So right now it looks like JD and I don't want to refresh, JD and 9ABDDE. I don't even know if that's a name or if that's just letters. Yeah, we don't know. Frank, what's up, man? Yeah, I don't know if I refresh the page and I 504 error. That's usually the error it's back. That's usually the error that's reserved for Mark Cuban, like a gateway error. So let's see what we got here. Let me refresh. Let me do a little refresh since we can. 5 minutes to go. Very interesting. 10. Let's see. 0.105. I think they're dead nuts tied. Can you say dead nuts, or is that like? Can you get canceled for that? I don't think so. Okay. So, the red has 6 minutes left. I wonder how that happened. I wonder if it's because I set them to expire at the same time. Oh, you know what it is? So any bets in the last 10 minutes, for those of you that don't know this is actually kind of interesting. Any bids in the last 10 minutes of an auction on OpenSea extends the time by 10 minutes from that last bid. So for instance, if you were in the lead and someone came in with 1 second to go and they made a bid, it extends the clock by 10 minutes from that moment. So you could extend it from 9 minutes and it would go add 10 minutes, or you could extend it from 1 second, which would add 10 minutes and 1 second, which is how you can get these things on these not completely synergistic timescales. That's kind of cool. Look at all the cool stuff we're learning. There's something very fun about auctions. This is what hooked me to Nifty Gateway, right? Because Nifty Gateway, they do these timed auctions. They'll do timed open editions, timed mints, timed prints, and you really get into it. But the auctions, it's like sometimes like what they did with the one over here, the Beeple. It was the top 100, and you had to stay in the top 100. And anytime, so what they did is they only added time if someone in the top 10 switched positions. The lowest person to get into the top 10 was $320,000, a little bit more than that. 320K got you into the top 10 of the Beeple auction for that one, for abundance. I went from number 20 to like 70, 71. I was a lowly person at $37,000. Crazy, right? Let's see, cutting it up. What's going on? Anyway, yeah, so that's where we're at. Okay, so it looks like a couple of the, this might be pretty close. 5 minutes, 4 minutes. 4 minutes left. Okay, so blue just went up. So blue let's take a look at blue. Okay, there's red. Let's see. Laser eyes. See, I thought, in my guesstimation was that laser eyes would be more exciting than the blue skin, but appears that I am wrong. Okay. Theme park, what up? What's the word? Let's see. Bump, bump, bump. Okay, let's go over here. It's kind of fun. Okay, so we got 12 minutes left on blue. So blue is still in the mix. 0.1103. Crypto coin growth. Okay, well played. Well played. Well played. And then red. Red, we're getting down to the wire. Toasty. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. Got it. It's making sense. Maybe you can clarify the education utility. Yeah, so we were kind of doing it in the Patreon. We were doing kind of calls and things like that, but Patreon's okay, but it was just kind of a quagmonic thing. I didn't feel like there was any real structure. So we wanted this to be more like, okay, let's do an NFT project where it essentially gets you access to a big giant library of starter information. And then maybe, who knows, you flip your NFT to somebody else and they want to come in, they want to learn crypto, but maybe they want to learn it the way we teach it, which would be a mixture of game theory, cognitive bias, macro finance, things like that. So, and again, we're building this right now, but the utility part of it will be that we're creating kind of an educational resource or reserve, and then we will do classes / shows / Q&As every now and then, and just kind of keep the community up to date on like learning the crypto space correctly. That being said, you should always reduce it and assume everyone's out to screw you and that there's no utility. And so first and foremost, make sure you like the artwork. And if you like the artwork, you like the artwork. And so I would always say, these, by the way, you'll notice a little thing right here. These are watermarked. So the generative set will not be watermarked. Because you see, when you look at these closely, there's actually a lot of detail. These are on paper. And, but the OG sets got a watermark. Okay. Let's see what happened here. Okay. This one just popped up by a smidge. So 0.1103. So that should put, if I'm going to look right, that's going to put them both. I think they're both on the same, both neck and neck. Yep. Oh, red. Oh boy, red. Let's see what's going on. Red went up. Is that right? Or is this averaging? Let's go with that one. Okay. 0.1103. Yeah. Okay. So I guess it averages 0.5. That's interesting. So when you look at the main page, so we're all kind of learning this in real time. Let's see. This should be equal. Oh yeah. 0.1103, neck and neck. Huh. Look at that. So I wonder, and I guess we'll have to get the information from people that are bidding on this after they've been bidding on it. But it would be interesting to see if people are going back and forth, like if they're trying to arbitrage in some way their bids, like, okay, if I don't get over here, I'll go over there. If it like back and forth, that might be kind of awesome. Oh, look at that. Look at that PFP. You gotta like that. Yeah, I like the cowboy. Yeah, you frustrated one of my producers. He was like, "That's mine. When are you going to do it?" I'm like, "I can't do that. I can't tell you when because that's dickish, and that gives you an unfair advantage." You know, I was buying some pieces from Rui, and I told him too, like, you can't tell me when, because he and I talk and stuff. I love his artwork, and he was like, "Okay, well, I'm going to release some more." I'm like, "Well, you can't tell me because it has to be fair." Like, so I went in and just bought them because I like them. Yeah, cool. Yours is probably got a bigger farmland than the than Barno's. All right, let's see. So what's going on? Let me refresh here and get an idea of timing. So yeah, news wise, and we will do, okay, 11.58. Okay, so the red went up by a hair. Let's see the flip. Who's in the lead? What's going on? Oh, here it is. Okay, 3D. Oh, okay. Oh, 90. Okay, cool. So it is 9 minutes left there. It is 7 minutes left here. So that gives us a little time. Why don't we go and take a quick look at markets? And if anybody has any kind of market questions, it cost me $54 to learn how much I don't like the auction process and I'm stuck with WETH. No, listen, you should keep, well, it's easy. If you're in Looks, by the way, anybody in the Looks token, you're getting wrapped Ethereum. This is another reason why the Looks token makes so much effing sense. The token's getting pounded right now and the APR goes up. You guys do see what's going on, right, with this? Do you see why I'm kind of excited about it? While the rate's going to get cut tonight sometime, the rewards percentage, it's not going to really get cut that much because they're cutting the Looks that they're giving away for free. Dara, good to see you. They're not cutting the wrapped Ethereum still goes to the community members that own the token. It's just that the token rewards will be less. But if you think about it, that kind of disincentivizes people to buy the token, although I don't know where else you would go. It's at 195% yearly. If it went down to, what would it have to go down to for you not to like it? Forget about the wrapped Ethereum rewards. What would this token have to drop to be less interesting? 20%? 20% is ridiculous. Think about it. Like we got to step back and think about it. So if you were getting paid 20%, but those tokens allowed you to get a percentage of all of the Ethereum that passes through wrapped Ethereum, that passes through this platform. Even then, if they were paying no percent, if owning the token, if all it did was get you a piece of the wrapped Ethereum, would that not be worth it? Would it not? What say you, men and women and pronouns? Think about it. That alone will be worth it at 0%. So the fact that you're getting any staking is a bonus. So I think it makes it look less interesting. Well, as people sell the token, if they exit the platform, they give a certain amount of tokens each day. It's not a percentage. It's just that they calculate that percentage then based on who's left. But if they have a certain amount of tokens they give out and everybody exits because they're like, ah, man, screw this, I'm out. Great. Because those of us that are still here get more tokens. Now, you have to be under the assumption, or it's got to be one of your cases that you believe that LooksRare is going to meaningfully compete and that they're going to continue to onboard new people and all that. So, and you have to imagine too, when the current staking rewards go lower, the trading rewards will go lower. There'll be less wash trading, and with less wash trading, the wrapped Ethereum rewards. So my guess is it's going to be a bump. First, they're going to cut the rewards tonight. People are going to panic. People are going to exit, which will make the APR actually go up for a lot of people. But there'll be less tokens, but you'll be getting, right? The wrapped Ethereum will go down, the rewards, because there'll simply be less wrapped Ethereum. Why? Because there'll be less wash trading, because it won't be as profitable to the smaller fish. The bigger fish that are going $1 million to $3 million a pop, they will still be wash trading if there's any percentage, because if there's any percentage and you can do something $40 million a day, what's 0.5% on, on $1 million, right? Well, 1 point is 10,000, half is 4,000. If you can do that transaction 4 times and 4 times, that's one swap back and forth. And if you can do it 40 times a day, pretty soon it's not pennies anymore, right? So that's kind of what you have to think. So I think there'll be initial selling right now. The APR will go up. I think the token will drop and people will buy it. I think the wrapped Ethereum rewards initially will drop and people will panic. They will exit. This thing will really drop. And that's where I'm going to go gobble it up. I'm going to gobble it up. Let's see how much time we got. Let's give a little upgrade here. Little. Okay, we got 3 minutes left and 5 minutes left. If my numbers be correct. Let's take a look. Let's see. 3 minutes. Let's give a little refresh. 3 minutes. Okay. 3 minutes. Fun times. Crypto coin growth in the lead as we speak on blue. My boy Blue. Red is the prize winner right now. And that's at 11.58 and that's 90. Okay, so we shall see. So yeah, we have about 3 minutes left. Frank, what's up? What up, Frank? What's up, Mike? Oh man, you're across the pond. I wonder if it's so late that it's early or it's so early that it's late. Actually, it would be 8. You're 8, right? Or 8 or not? No, you're probably 8, 9, 10 or 11 hours different. So it's either late or early. Either or. Yeah. So I hope you're doing all right. Let's see. It's going under 3. Good. I hope it goes under 3, man. I'm going to start dollar cost averaging in under 3. I think it could get down to 2. So don't go too early. That's what you hear from every ex partner. Don't go too early. I never go too early. Okay. So let's see. We got about 2 minutes left on blue. So blue looks to pop first. Let's see what's going on with blue. See if blue closes it out. Let's see if this is it. It'd be interesting. Okay, so time is 1 minute. This is when I get all the stress in my life. The other night I had the most nightmares I've had in one night. And you know what the worst one was? I had a poverty dream where I'd maxed out all these credit cards and I had no crypto. I'm not kidding. It sounds kind of stupid. It was the most horrifying thing. And then I woke up and I looked around and I was like, and then my cat looked at me, scratched me in the face. And I was like, that's right. That's right. Okay. 8:22. Okay. Just finished training. Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad you're up and about and healthy. Let's see. I think, are we 1 minute? 1 minute to go. 58 seconds. Oof. Right on the cusp. Yeah, this is always the fun part of the auction. Man, I really live for like the last 10 minutes because you're like, okay. And this is, I've done a lot of research recently. I've been listening to a lot of Tim Roughgarden lectures on, what's behind auctions, the game theory and the kind of math behind auctions. And then what's the psychological game theory behind auctions and how people should play and how people should bet utility and things like that. Like you should always bid. This isn't a Vickery auction. In a Vickery auction, you immediately bid your total utility. Like, what do I think what value it has to me? So V sub I, right? Value of the individual. Whereas it looks like this one's going to go short some kind of mass event. I think this one is in oh no. Right when I was about to pronounce it, Micah comes in and throws a D move down. Interesting. Okay, so let's go. So then red may be the next to pop. Let's see what's going on. So yeah. So in a Vickery auction, and for those of you that don't know what a Vickery auction is where everybody bids and then the winner pays the second highest bid, right? They outbid everyone, but they paid the second highest bid. Therefore, you always know you're winning because you get your maximum utility. And then so if I think something's worth, $1 million, and I bid exactly $1 million, but the next bet is 900. The next bid is 900,000. I actually get 900,000 is what I pay. I won at $1 million, but that earns me the right. And so that's a Vickery auction, right? And so why that's interesting is because whoever wins, as long as you bid to your maximum level. Oh, okay, Michael. Oh, nice. As long as you bid to your maximum value, you always get V sub I minus the gap, right? So you always win in value. If you bid your value, but you're going to only pay the second highest bid, then you're always going to win. You win twice. If you bid, I think this is valued at here, you get the spread. So you essentially arbitrage your value proposition. Is that cool? So Victory auctions are really neat. Alex Verona, what's going on? And Biotech Breakout, also good to see you. Yeah, man, we're just kind of goofing off. We're having a little fun. So let's check these auctions again. Oh, let's check. You know what? Let me check the bigger picture. Let's go here. I love these little music things. I've got all these cool little music buttons. Eric, one of my producers, gave me a bunch of cool identity-free music. And oddly enough, the identity-free music that he created is giving me rights violations. Luckily, I don't monetize the channel, bro. We've got some action. Okay, red just went up. Let me look. Let's look at red. Oh, get away, sucker. Red just went up 0.1216. That's going to put crypto coin growth back in the read. Now, let me tell you guys another trick. Okay, I'm dropping bombs today, but I'm going to make you guys options, like auction whizzes. And some of you know this, some of you don't. If you're doing some really high-end auctions, like even for NFTs, and you're up in the 10s and 20 and 30K levels, just like real money, right? And not to say that, look, $20 is real money, but let's think like big NFTs, right? The Bored Ape, 100,000, 200,000. You can go on the page and you can check. I won't do it, but you can go and check and click through, get their Ethereum address, go check it on Etherscan and see what's in their wallet. And if you're bidding with someone and you know it's getting down to the wire, you can actually dick move them and you can bid an amount of money where they might not have time to get more Ethereum in their wallet. So as a general rule, keep more than you need in your wallet for an auction, or keep exactly to save yourself from getting caught up in the emotional side of it, which you should not do. Keep only the amount you're willing to spend. So value the thing. Say, I think this is worth 0.42. Great. Put 0.42 in your wallet, and that is that. I think in auctions, you should always go into it and say, this is where I think the value is in this thing. Okay. And that's where you bid. This isn't a Victory auction, so you don't get V sub I minus the gap between the spread, the bid. So since it's this is a regular time expiring auction that bumps by 10 minutes. You just decide what your value proposition is. This is my value. So that's V sub I, value of the individual, right? And you write that number down. Like, this is what I'm doing, period, full stop. And you'll always be happy. You'll never feel like you got caught up in the action. But I do think it's a fool's errand to try to imagine what the other person will do too much, because this isn't an immediately expiring auction. You can't really game these. So these kill that sniper software stuff. That's what was like so rampant on eBay. Okay, this one's up. Okay, my boy Blue. Let me go to the big. First of all, Jack Wagon Leader. Jack Wagon. You know what? That got funnier when I reread it. Okay, let me see. What's going on here? Let me update these. I'll go over here. You guys realize we're all complete degens, right? Like we can't ever explain any of this to anybody we know ever. They will never understand us. They will look at us as complete cryptards, which we probably are. Ooh, the blue skin, the Bored Ape blue. People are liking the Bored Ape blue. That's my guess. We'll see. That's funny. Okay, so let's see. We got 14. It's stressful, right? You're like, okay, I got it in the bag. Cryptard. I know. I don't think I can get canceled for saying that because it's not a real thing. right? You wouldn't say the other thing because then people would be like, damn you, sucker. But this one just had a move. There was a movement. So 9D just jumped back ahead there. So let's go to the blister. Let's go to the big look. By the way, if anybody, Huday, what up? Good to see you. If anybody has any questions that are unrelated, ask them. We certainly have. Okay, so we got 15. Okay, so we got a little time. Let's go look at. This is so stressful. FTX doing commercial. Yeah, you know who else? So FTX and Crypto.com and I think Coinbase are all doing Super Bowl commercials. 7.6 million per 30 seconds. JFC, man, JFC. Let's see. What are you saying? That scalping BTC and 50x 30 seconds. Yeah, that is also degenerate. There's so much, when I think about the stuff that we do on a regular basis in the crypto space, I realize why everyone else in traditional finance looks at us like we are absolute like rejects, societal rejects. And I get why they're like, you got lucky. I'm like, bro, I know more about macroeconomics than you do with your half-ass Ivy League degree, even though I went to a state school. But you know what? I didn't learn any economics in school. I went to UT. I learned nothing about economics. I studied psychology and philosophy. But what I didn't learn, even though you have to do, obviously you guys know you do economics classes, goose egg, because they don't know how the system works. It takes like digging into guys like Jeff Snyder and unpacking how the system actually works and looking at repo and Fed funds and all that to get any kind of inkling of how the system really works. But if you're willing to do that, we're going to do a lot on the nature of money and Fed financing and Fed funds and treasury and leverage and rehypothecation and repo, stuff like that. I want everybody to have a good foundation. I think that stuff's really important and mostly missed. I still hear people go like, money printer go burr. Money printer go burr. Man, ain't no money printer's ever gone burr at the Fed. Coupon maker, like Groupon bank reserve stamp machine go bzz, right? Which then nothing goes burr because there's not even physical tickets anymore. It's just a computer managed asset swap of an asset that doesn't really exist for an asset that didn't really exist until the Treasury printed it up. Which, by the way, let's be honest, U.S. government debt is forward selling the future, right? Like it's kind of a like a call option on the future, and you have to kind of factor in debasement risk and all this kind of stuff. That whole thing's wickedly, cryptarded as well. Binary digits go, yep, 0100. Oh yeah. Yeah, but what about non-binary digits, Patrick? Huh? Ever think of that? You gotta be careful. Can't get canceled. Let's take a look at. We knew that the crypto markets were okay. So 12. Okay, so we got a little time. We knew crypto markets were going to give some back. They had to. Yeah. So Lux is 319. Come on, man, get down. Okay, you notice as the price of Lux has been going down. Let's look at the rewards. Going up. Well, a little bit because you're getting people to panic and exit, which I say do it. Sell your Lux. Get out now while the getting's good. I need sub 3. Let's go back here. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Yeah, look at your weekly. Well, BTC's not that bad, guys. 44. That's not terrible. I thought we were getting some kind of sell-off. What happened today with the big seizure, by the way, for those of you who don't know, the Bitfinex hack in 2016, about $3 and change billion worth of Bitcoin was just recovered. I don't think people realize what that means. That Bitcoin is no longer a hanging event. Like, oh, are they gonna dump it on the market? Oh, when is it gonna happen? We know what's gonna happen. Nothing. That stuff's locked up. It's basically off the market now. For years, that Bitcoin is gone. It's like 100,000 Bitcoin off the market. Period. Full stop. They have to wait until all these court proceedings are finished. They even have to wait for this family of creeps to snitch on everyone, to get whatever time they're going to get. When they snitch, because we already know prisoner's dilemma, they absolutely will snitch, period. And when they snitch, which they're snitching right now, they hadn't gotten from the car ride to the federal detention center before these people were talking, my guess. And so as they've been talking, there's probably a bevy of sealed indictments that will go out, and these people will be rounded up or not. Everybody that was attached to them is in the wind, right? For a while. They will start to round these people up. This could take a year, 2 years, 3 years. They will hold off in indicting, or at least they'll indict, but there'll be a bunch of sealed indictments. These people will cooperate. They'll get a few years, 5 years, something like that. They'll get relevant conduct, so that they'll probably, well, if they snitch all these people and they give all the money, if all the Bitcoin, for instance, if the Fed didn't recover the Bitcoin, but they had to like give them extra Bitcoin, and we also don't know how this went down. These people could have been like talking to the Fed. The Fed could have said like, we're getting your stuff, right? You guys know you're going to jail. And they're like, what? So they could have already been in cooperation. We'll see. My guess is they were and will be. And when they snitch and all these other people start getting rounded out, they will finish all those prosecutions. All these prosecutions. It starts with the first group, they snitch, and there's the next group, they snitch, there's the next group. Who knows where this will end up? But until all of that crap is done, this Bitcoin ain't going nowhere. That's it. The Marshal Service, this is a federal case. I guess the Marshal Service will be the counterparty that holds it, like to be the custodians. And at some point, they will then they will auction that off. But that's going to be years from now. So that Bitcoin, that however much they find, 100,000 Bitcoin, whatever, that is off the market. That means Bitcoin is now less liquid and more valuable than it was before they seized it. Because at least now we know it can't touch us. And I know that all that Bitcoin had been tainted anyway. They knew. And by the way, if you guys have used mixers, public service announcement, if you have used mixers ever, even just goofing off, even if in an auspicious way, you're completely altruistic, whatever, you need to swap that Bitcoin out for regular Bitcoin. Go to an exchange, swap it out, take the Bitcoin, go to cash, go back to Bitcoin, whatever you can do. Do not hold mixed Bitcoin. They're going to go back. They're going to find all these mixing facilities. They're going to say all of that Bitcoin is tainted, and they're going to start going bad, 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 bad. And you're going to have a batch of sketchy, don't touch me Bitcoin floating around. And hopefully, you don't accidentally have some. I've never used a mixer. I will never use a mixer. I don't mess with privacy coins, and I pay the tax man, because why would you risk it? Anyway, obviously teachers feel worse smoking crack for the first time. I mean, yeah. That's funny. Okay, let's go back. Tiffany, what's going on? What up? First rule of TradeFi Degen Fed Club. Chuck Palahniuk is one of the, I don't know if that's the pronunciation of his name, but he's one of the best writers ever. The guy who wrote Fight Club. I'm in one of his blogs, and he sends out blog content. It's really cool stuff. Where are we at? Okay, so prices are pretty much where we left them off. So we've got 6 minutes and 7. So blue would end first. Woo. Do a little time update. 14.9. Exciting. Jackwagon leader in the lead. And choke. What up, Joe? ¿Qué onda? Yeah, man, we're just having fun. We're just goofing off. I'm trying to get over, by the way, going back and forth to Theta. Oh, and by the way, for those of you that don't know, go check out Trading TV. I think trading.tv or tradingtv.app. So we're working there. The team there, they are awesome. And so we're working there to kind of help as they build out this kind of incredible, it'll be a one-stop shop for content and trading. They're going to have both equity, exposure. And so basically imagine an exchange amalgamated into a content provider where you'll be able to get content from all over the place. People like me, people like Jerry, people like all sorts of people. And also they're going to bring in whole channels. You'll be able to watch Money Map and all of their other content providers. You'll be able to watch all this stuff. It's really cool. And if you see something you like and you want to buy it, You'll be able to do it right then because it has exchange. They're building exchange functionality. My guess is they will be targeted for takeover or buyout by a big facility, an FTX or crypto.com or a Coinbase or something like that, because having a news and content aggregator built into exchange functionality is probably a pretty good idea. So yeah. Jamie, what up? Would you mind explaining Paradise Trippies, Mint Pass, Pegasus Wings, and what they are and why you would own them? Woof. That is a rich question. Okay, I will absolutely explain that, and I'll explain all the little bits and pieces. Let me do a time check. Okay, so we're getting close on time here. We don't want to miss any of the closes. So once I know how much time we have, 4 minutes. Okay, so let's give it a few minutes. And if I don't see any changes, like for instance, if one of these comes to close or we get an extension, then we will go on a journey, a Paradise Trippies exploratory journey, and I'll explain to you the things I love about it. The things I can tell you what I love about it right now. I love the artwork. The community is really cool. Of course, you're never going to be in a group where you like everyone or you agree with everyone, but on the aggregate, everybody there is really cool. So that's some of the things. I mean, I love the artwork and I like the community. Cool. There are some things that I would do different, but what the hell do I know, right? I'm just one person. But from a business perspective, there are some things I think maybe lacking a little bit. But on the other side of it, if I have a bunch of trippies and I just like the artwork, forget about utility and use and adoption, all this kind of stuff. All of these projects there's a lot of risk, right? Well, let me back that up. Let me walk it back. There's only risk if you don't like the artwork. If you like the artwork, there's no risk because you're buying one-of-a-kind pieces of art, and any of these things, you can use them for marketing. You get the licensing rights to these NFTs. I mean, check the project to make sure, but almost all of them, you can take them and you can run a whole brand. Look, there are companies that spend millions of dollars finding cool brands and cool images and cool logos. You want to go launch a soda? Go launch a soda. You have your character for your soda can or I don't even know what, corn, plastic, environmentally safe that looks like plastic bottles or whatever we're using now for your thing. But that is to say that you get these images and you can use them for marketing purposes, which makes them extremely valuable. So forget future use, utility, adoption, all that kind of stuff. If you find a cool image, God darn you bees at OpenSea, era bastardos. Well, let's see if these, it's funny that it only happens with like a few seconds to go, isn't it? So again, some of you might not have to battle because the auction might just end. I think we're only like a minute away on one of them. Oh, it's back. Let's see. Okay, a minute left on blue. So let's go to blue. My boy blue. Woohoo. 53, 52, 51, 40, 39. Oh, this is so close. All right, Jack. Fingers crossed, buddy. Does this not stress? Does anybody else stress about this kind of stuff? It's like a good kind of stress, but it does stress me out a little bit. 19, 18, 17. This is it. No one would wait this long. No one in their right mind would wait this long. We'll see. This one might be coming to a close, folks. Ooh, I think that's it. Let me do a refresh. We may have assigned blue. Oh, just as I spoke, he gets in. He sneaks in under the wire, slits the throat of the security staff. Okay, so Blue Boy's got a stay of execution. He's not that living with Jack Wagon would be executing. Okay, let's go to red. Red might be just right there too. Oof. Okay, red, there's no, red went too. Look at you. Crypto coin growth on both sides of the fence. Interesting. This is a straight up battle. He wants some nice, he wants the nightstand, or he, she, they, let me not assume pronouns, wants them on both nightstands, which, by the way, if you go to something objects, infinite objects, you can get a display. You can take your NFT, you can put it on the display, and you can have an NFT display like the ones that I've got right behind me. They take like no power. They just have a little plug-in. And so you can have them like a digital display. Cool, right? Okay. Let's get into a quick discussion and let's talk about Paradise Trippies, because there is some level of weirdness going around where some people are happy, some people are sad, some people are this. You're never going to make everyone happy. Period, full stop. So let's talk Trippies for a minute. Okay, for those of you that don't know, if they want to take a wider look at Paradise Trippies, paradise.com. Okay, so that's easy, right? Paradise.com. And let's see, very cool. Let me get one of those infinite. Yeah, infinite objects are great. You really have to look up infinite objects, Barno, but I'll get you guys a link. Matter of fact, man, I think there's a link in the details of the video. I think I have a link in there. Do you ever mess around on the theta drop? No, Hude, I don't. I haven't really messed with it. I'm not against it. I just haven't messed with it. Okay, so Paradise Trippies, the idea is they have this kind of whole island thing. And this is a little video, and I'm not going to go through all that because you can go through all that. But there's 14 main characters, okay? And there's goodies and baddies, good guys, bad guys. These are the good guys, right? There's 7 of those. And there's 14 main characters, and then there's a lot of these other characters. So I'm just giving you the guts, okay? So these are the main bad guys. Cool. And then there are special characters. There's Medusa. I think there was a few Medusas, 1 Kraken, a few Pegasi, some pixies, unicorns. You know what they don't show? Pixies, Medusas. You know what they don't show? There's 1 missing. That's funny. Does anybody know what's missing? Dragon. The dragon is missing. You want to know which dragon? I will show you. Oh, no, I won't show you. Because I would have to. Oh, you know what? I can do it this way. Here. Yeah, don't worry. I bought a bunch of domains, by the way. I'm not a domainer. I just have a lot of domains. This is the dragon. There are 5 of these. I have the red one. I love him, her, it. I love they. I love lamp. Yeah. So there you go. And it's only available on LooksRare, and I've got it marked at 20, but I'm going to bump it up to 100 ETH because, and I'll explain this in a second, why I think that would be a valuable play later on as we look at the Trippies. Okay. So here's the Trippies. If you go here, you can find their Twitter, their Discord, OpenSea. Okay, great. They're also available. You can go bang around on LooksRare and you can find them. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about why you would invest in these guys. 1, cool community. 2, great artwork. It's 2 different artists. They're about to do a companion drop. And it's Rui has done a bunch of really cool. Rui Duarte has done a bunch of really cool artwork. They're doing this companion drop. It's neat. And for every Paradise Trippy you have, you will get to, it's a free mint, meaning you just pay the gas and you can mint a character. You have to have them in your wallet by the 11th, which is 3 days from now. If you have whatever Trippies you have in your wallet, you'll be able to mint that many. Now, the second part of the question, the mint pass, the Pegasus wings and all that. They did, on 2 different occasions, they did these snapshots. But the main one was they did a snapshot back about a month ago. And it was that if you had all of the goodies and all of the baddies, 1 of each in a wallet, like a MetaMask wallet, and they took a pic, they did a snapshot, you would then get a golden egg. If you had all of the goodies, you would get a green egg. If you had all the baddies, you would get a red egg. Those then hatched into, like, 1 was a claw, 1 was some other thing. Like the claw was like the baddie egg. And then the Pegasus wings was the golden egg. What that does is, we've been told it gives you access to areas, basically to every area. If you have the gold egg, which equated to the Pegasus wings, you got access to the entire island and some special places. Otherwise, you had the gold, the green, or you had the red egg, which got you access to other parts of the island, but not the entire island. However, if you had both eggs, you would get that. If you had also all of those characters, each of the characters gets you access to different parts of the island. You say, well, parts of what island? Well, glad you asked. So they're building this island, and this island, that is the island, but there is actually a better kind of picture of it. Let's see if I can find it. So in this island, you will be able to, see the dragon is there. Dragon's mentioned there. You will be able to do a variety of things. We don't know what it'll all look like, but gambling will be a part of it. They have a partnership with bitcasino.io. And supposedly, and this hasn't been well defined, but supposedly you're going to be able to, you'll be able to monetize your trippies, meaning they will earn rewards from monies generated at the island. Now, I don't know. No one knows. That's not been defined very clearly. We don't know what that means. And I've got some kind of personal game theoretical reservations about that, which is, again, why I defer to, I love the artwork. And if you love the artwork, you can't lose on a project if you love the artwork. Plus, you get some cool community. But this is basically the way the island is broken down. And since it's broken down this way, you would imagine that, okay, different characters might give you access to these different places, right? And so you notice, like, you have the little pixie, which is a magical being. They're all magical beings. It reminds me a lot of The Witcher. I feel like The Witcher is like fits here. It's apropos. But anyway, so this is the island. They're building out all sorts of functionality. They're supposedly gonna have a bunch of gambling and other incentives to be a part of this. So here's the deal. Having the Pegasus wings, when they do this cosmic trippies drop, so they're going to take another snapshot on the 11th to see what's in what's wallet. If you have however many characters you have, at least 2, if you had a Pegasus wings, which was a gold egg, that will get you those 2, at least 2 of those mints would be guaranteed top 20% of rarity, right? And you say, how many are there going to be? Well, there's going to be a total of 10,000 pieces, but not all of them might be minted. However, you'll be guaranteed top 20% of the 10,000 possible pieces. Now, if you have 8 pieces in a wallet or 4,000, it wouldn't matter. The top 2 are affected by the Pegasus wings. If you had the other stuff, the red egg or the green egg and what they converted to, that would get you top 40% guaranteed for 2 pieces in the wallet. So the idea is you would put a certain amount of pieces in each wallet and then 1 egg in each one, right? So 1 Pegasus wings, 1 claw, 1, and then the mint passes, which were created in the very beginning. You can go buy them for super cheap. They guarantee a top 60% of the Cosmic Trippies launch. So they will take the picture on the 11th. You'll start minting on the 15th. You can mint all month. It's unlikely that bitcasino.io will mint all of theirs. Matter of fact, it's unlikely they're going to mint any of theirs. And they own like 12 to 1,400 pieces. So it's very likely that this is, well, there's going to be a lot less than 10,000. And so people want to, we had some price action. Let me go to red. Let's go to red. We're going to red. Red has 2 minutes to go. It's at 13.1365. Crypto coin growth currently in the lead. So the way I look at Paradise Trippies is if the Bit Casino thing works out, great. My gut says it was originally much more exciting to me, but the more I dig into Bit Casino, the less I think this is exciting for them. So I wouldn't be buying Trippies because gambling. I mean, I hope they go out and partner with all of the gambling facilities on Earth, because I think that would be absolutely amazing for their project. Create this island like Macau or like Morocco or something where you have all these online gambling facilities. That would be kind of cool. How do you get on? Well, if you want to get into the island, you have to have a Trippy. That would be badass. Will they do that? Probably not, because they don't listen to Nick. And should they listen to Nick? Well, probably not, because I'm just one random dude. So it's not like I don't expect them to pivot off of anything I say. I think it would benefit them, but I don't think they will. So that's my take on it. Should you should you get a Trippy to mint a CT? Well, the artwork is amazing, but it's based on a much smaller group of characters, a subset of like 3 or 4 characters, I think 4 characters, and then a bunch of traits against those. Now, the artwork is great, right? So buy them because you like the artwork. That way you won't be like frustrated. But don't buy them because you think you're going to get rich because they're going to go up in value. I think that that's a flawed way of looking at it. The community of devs, they're very nice, very cool. It's the Booth brothers and some of their associates. They're incredibly intelligent. They've done really well in business. Most of them are in the domain space. They've done other stuff too, farming and honey and all this kind of stuff. Does that make them businessmen? Well, I mean, if anybody that's built anything is a business person, right? So there's something to that. Oh, I think Red just went. Red has an owner. Ooh, crypto coin growth knocked it out. Red has an owner, folks. Okay, Red, bam. Okay, so Red is in the books. Let's go over and look at Blue. Interesting. Let's see. Rima Petruzhina. Is that right? See if I got that right. Rima Petruzhina. See how my Russian is. My reading Russian is not so easy. Jari Joe, what's up? Valery Mariev. Did I say that right, Valery? Rima Petruzhina. That's kind of cool. Sister, I'm guessing that sister LOL online is some kind of creepy pervy stuff. Anytime you have sister, anytime sister is on, like any kind of sister, stepsister, anything like that, it's going to be creepy, is my guess. So I'm going to put him in timeout just for a second until we figure that out. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's see, we are 2 minutes. 7 minutes. 0.213. Who's ahead here? Oh, Jack Wagon. All right. Interesting. Okay, so Jack Wagon's probably thinking, hey, I got this one. And look, kudos. If I had listed this as a buy it now, then it would have been 0.2. Therefore, rather Dead Than Red went at a discount of about 35%. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. English. Yeah. So anyway, cool. Okay. So that one, and what I'll have to do, I don't want to do it while I'm seeing, I have to go and like physically sign to swap out the piece, which I will do. So that will get transferred here in un momentito when we are not in vivo, because that would not be cool. Let's see. Okay. So Blue, my boy Blue is the last one to go. So again, to reiterate, Red went at 0.1365. Congrats. Crypto coin growth. Also congrats, because you got it under market for what we would have done. Winner, laser eye dinner. I like Red. I think Red's cool. I don't know if red or blue. I like Red. All right. So let's see what's going on. Blue. My boy Blue. Okay. 5 minutes left there. 0.213 is the current bid. Jack Wagon leader. And yeah, so I won't game that too much because I don't want the observer affected outcomes, like the observer in a science experiment, because of Heisenberg's uncertainty principle actually alters the outcome of the observation itself, alters the outcome of the observation, right? Performing it means you enter into that system and you forever change it by having identified it, or where's the electron exactly at any one moment. Let's see. Third bit, what up? Okay, cool. So this one looks like we are drawing to a close. So anyway, to summarize, and we'll just let the clock run this. To summarize what's going on with Paradise Trippies. Cool community, great artwork, really cool stuff today. I'm pretty sure that's a scammy one. Let me just block the user. So to summarize, I think that with the Trippies, you buy them because you like the artwork. You like Rui's artwork. Okay, you start there. Go and bang around the Discord. See if you like the community. Vito, There's a bunch of really cool people there that do a bunch of cool shows. Bunny, what up? Make sure that you like everybody in the group, because you're going to be kind of talking with these people and getting to know people. See if it's people that you would, spend time with, or at least that you think you can learn from or leverage, or, whatever. And if it's a cool group, and if you like the artwork, but full disclosure, I own like 60 trippies, because I want to I think that they will get it done. I think that this dev team will meaningfully get it done. I don't think it's going to be quick. I think these things are going to languish. I think the price may even go down. But I think that they will get it done right now. So Bunny, what's going on with the STiX is this is a live auction. If you go to STiX OG on OpenSea, it's live right now. And this is finishing out day 2's auction. So we're doing 2 pieces a day at auction. We start them at 0.05, which is, for NFTs pretty cheap, because we're listing these. It costs us like 140 whatever bucks in Ethereum just to list them. So that's why I did 0.05. We got to break even, right? I can't spend money. So we're breaking even on that. And then we just list them from there. The last one, red, just went for 0.13 and change. Let me see, 0.1365, which is awesome. So Crypto Coin Growth nabbed that one in a death match. So that's kind of cool. So that's number 4 went because of the way the times swap. Yeah, this is live. And then we are just about 2 minutes away from here. Again, 0.213. And just for reference, yesterday's 2 pieces, which are, let's go back. Yesterday's 2 pieces went for, it's on the little slider beneath you, isn't it? Yesterday's pieces went for 0.7 on number 1, for 0.2 on number 2, 0.3, we don't know yet, 0.4, sorry, 0.4. Number 4 went for 0.1365, kind of cool. So what I will do is I will start the auction tonight, but it will not finish until noon 05 tomorrow. Makes it kind of fun, right? And I will give you a sneak peek after this to tomorrow's pieces. Now, what we didn't do, we didn't say, the best for last, because we knew that was dickish. There is no benefit to waiting. You can, but there's no benefit. I have a mixture of trippy pieces, of solid gold pieces of gold, this and that, and trippy and blue and pink and all the cool stuff. So you're not going to be left behind. If you get now or get later, you're still getting cool pieces, and all of these are they're all one of ones. There's no, even when we do the big generative launches, many of these won't appear in the generative launch in the actual. So this is the OG series, 20 pieces there's 25 pieces, but 5 will get given back to this community. Just you won't pay anything. It's just a straight up into your account type thing. We will just deposit them into your account. John P1, what up? So that'll be kind of cool. But anyway, yeah. So what we did is we looked at each day. We pick out 2 that we really like. I pick out kind of one I like. He picks out one he likes, and we try to have them similar themed. Would I limit 1 piece per person? No. I'm not limiting anything. I'll let the free market. I mean, if one person wanted to buy them all up and it was just me on the phone with that dude once a week teaching them crypto, it is what it is. I don't want to go and step on people. Like I bought 2 or 3 of Rui's pieces. Like I liked them. I like other ones for different reasons. Sometimes you just like stuff for, you like stuff. You like stuff for whatever reason you like it. So, okay, this looks like this one's coming down to the wire, 15-14. Unless I see something magical, that might be it. So unless you see the little timer pop, that is going to do it. Let's see. And I think that's it. I think that pops it. Okay, cool. Right? So you as a community, good one, Jack Wagon Leader. Well done. So as a community, you guys actually made off better. If I had done these as buy it nows, then you would have net spent more currency units. So in this, you spent less currency units, which is Super dope. So I will right now. It says top bid and best offer. I will go in there and go bang bang, and send those out. So cool. So this is now in the books. So piece 1 went for 0.5, piece 2 0.2, piece 3 0.213, piece 4 0.1365. So in answer to the question, Nara, why not just make them buy nows? Well, as you can see, 1/4 of all of these auctions ended below what we would have listed as the buy now price. Therefore, on the aggregate, everybody wins. So well done, well done, well done. Okay, yeah, I know, God. Because you can't turn away, right? You're stuck. I know how it is. Yeah, well played to everyone. So I will adjust this kind of stuff. Let me show you just a quick, before you guys ring the register, let me show you what's coming for tomorrow. These are pretty dope. So you'll notice we had themes. We had the red versus blue, and that was the first blue skin, and that was the first laser eyes. So quite unique. Laser eyes, by the way, are prized like in the Bitcoin community. If you got laser eyes, you use some fancy stuff. Okay, but great. Okay, there's some uniqueness on here. One, for those of you that have seen Money Map, I took his head and that's my avatar. Whoever wins this, I will then have to remove that because it won't be mine. It'll be yours. So I for some reason, I just kind of like this dude. He's like kind of like a perfect snazzy. I've got to write his bio here in a second anyway, so it's going to be kind of interesting. First one with straight sneakers, which is kind of cool. The Elon shirt, the jacket. He's kind of unassuming. He's kind of, he makes good decisions. I see him as a future fund manager. Okay. And he's got the red Elon shirt, which is super dope. Okay. Let's see. Who the hell outbid me on the red one? Okay. The one, yeah, that one's cool. That's the one I like too, Barno. He's dope. Now there is something funny about this guy. You'll notice he has a striking resemblance to Conor McGregor. Well, you'd be right, because in his hand is a tax bill. This is Conor McTaxivator, and hence the boxing glove, right? He's also the first character with the 8-bit shoes. You notice the 8-bit, which is kind of a nod at the old school CryptoPunks. So for tomorrow, we have some interesting stuff. So number 5 and number 6, we will start the auction later this evening, but I will have it end again, same thing tomorrow, 12:05 tomorrow. So, and by the way, I will have Brandon on the show tomorrow to talk about the actual construction and the building of these things, kind of like how all that goes down. So it'll be kind of fun. But anyway, so crypto, I mean, I don't even know. I've got to find a name for him. Brandon has a name. I'm gonna work on their bios now. By the way, each of these characters has its own unique bio. It's not like copy and paste like yeah. So Conor McTaxivator, we definitely know what his name is. But the 8-bit shoes, that's unique. He's got the gold Doge necklace, super dope, and the boxing glove. He's probably the only character with a boxing glove. So that might be a one of one in the entire everything, because we're not including a boxing glove in the run at all. There won't be a boxing glove, as far as we know, in the actual generative launch. So that'd be a trait that will only be right there. Kind of cool. So yeah, Conor McTaxivator, and he's got a tax bill. We will be handing out the tax bill as a trait to many characters because they deserve it. All right. Whew, fun one, right? Okay. We will see you guys tomorrow. Stay out of trouble, stay in school. Don't do drugs. Have fun. Don't stress out about life. The reason we're doing the NFT stuff is because it's fun, right? It is fun. Have fun. It's okay to have fun. If this keeps you from messing with your portfolio, then by all means, buy a flipping NFT, right? But if you don't want to, don't. Right? Don't feel any pressure. You don't need to participate in this. Sometimes it's enough just to be like a cat, like participate by being in the same area at the same time. Be a proximity feeder. You don't have to spend any currency units. I find the NFT space keeps me over here having fun and not jacking with my portfolio. And mostly the best move in crypto is don't make any move at all. Buy quality assets with use, utility, and value, or at least that you think they can attain those, that have the potential for some real adoption. And then look at the team, the token, the timing, the tokenomics, the technology. Ask yourself, why is there a token? If you can answer those questions, and remember, the team is the biggest part. And if you can answer those questions to yourself, then you can sleep at night owning the asset. Then balance your portfolio in some kind of construction that has a fair distribution of store value protocols, which is layer ones, layer twos, layer 1.5s that might sit there, some DApp exposure, some stablecoin exposure, and then a few lottery tickets. And I would say probably 5 to 10% of AI exposure. But that's a long-term play. Whew, that was good. Okay, don't do anything by poor, insolvent, drunk, strung out on meth, grandmother wouldn't do. And as you know, that is so very little. These will go up in a few hours. We will see you tomorrow. Stay out of trouble.